What's happening, guys? If you clicked on this video, you obviously clicked on it for a reason. Behind me sits my 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor. I'm actually in the middle of making a separate video, which will come out after this one. Today, we're gonna talk about everything I've done to this truck, and the things I love about it, the things I hate about it. Seems to be a pretty popular topic with these trucks right now, so let's get into it. So as you guys know, there is not a lot of aftermarket support for these trucks, like almost at all. So everything I've done to this truck to date is pretty minuscule. It's pretty small, you know, it's not much. We will start with the back end here. Ended up putting in a bed rug. I went ahead and did some nut certs with a board, carpeted board. I was able to mount that directly to the bed over top of the carpet, where of course I have my IceCo mounted, which has been fantastic. Behind that, I have my Blue Eddy mounted to some D-rings that are mounted straight to the wood as well. On this side, I keep these Husky boxes I picked up from Home Depot. They're super kick-ass. They clip together. Keep all my kitchen stuff and then tools on the bottom one. And then the rest of the bed, I just kind of throw like assorted shit in there. Chairs, my air up, air down stuff. Got my Howl back there right now. My leaf blower, of course, tire patch kit, all that good stuff. I also keep Starlink in the truck at all times where I set it up when I get to where I'm going. Of course, carry like a little shovel, little axe. As I've said before in previous video, I do keep a larger axe in a box. Now, getting over here to the tires and wheels. I went ahead and got the Toyo Open Country RT Pros. They are the 35 12.5 R17. I went ahead and did the KMC wheels with a -18 offset. That seems to be my sweet spot visually, at least. Now, one of the main questions with wheels and tires on these trucks are 35s gonna rub? So to answer that question, I did the Eibach spring lift all the way around. You can jump on Eibach's website, look it up, they're right there. It picked the vehicle up high enough to where I could squeeze 35s in here with zero problem. With some modifying up here, I will show you. In here, I removed the front and rear crash bars, and then the plastics just right here used to be squared off. I went ahead and just angle slice that. If I was gonna rub with these 35s, it would have been today on the trail that I've essentially just finished. You guys will see that video next week. No rubbing whatsoever. So moving on, I do have a previous video out where I came down off a rock and the rock caved in my stock running board and dented the piss out of my front rocker panel. I threw those pieces of garbage away and I went with these hot metal fab rock sliders here. I also have a video on the channel about those. I will try and link all the videos that I do have pertaining to this stuff in the description. But these hot metal fab sliders are fantastic. They're super low profile. They were a bitch to install. So if you're interested in those, I would definitely check out the video of my installation on that. Was not a good time. Clearly back here on the bed of the truck, you see my smart cap. I went with the Adventure, so no windows on the side panels. Didn't really need those windows, so yeah, I did the Adventure so far. Loving the cap. I did try a couple other options, one of them being a backflip tonneau cover and the other being the deck drawer system. Both of them just did not meet my needs whatsoever. I should have gotten the smart cap right off the bat, but lesson learned. Now, as far as armor on the truck, other than the sliders, down below, I did Fouts Motorsports for my sensors, did my trailing arm guards, differential guard. I don't have any big skid plates underneath. Those are all still the stock skid plates. Of course, my front skid plate is also still stock. No complaints there with those. I don't do anything like too crazy that, you know, I'm caving in my gas tank or smashing my transmission off anything. That's what I did for skids. They have taken a serious beating. Just today on the trail, I smashed my differential skid probably 6 or 7 times. It's a pretty good feeling knowing that it's hitting that skid and not my actual differential. Now, as far as lighting, I am just running these Baja Design Amber Sports. These used to actually be white because this truck was supposed to be white. I ordered a white truck. This is the one that came in, so I jumped on this. The white lights looked ridiculous on it, so I grabbed a can of Steel It and I sanded the shit out of these Baja Designs, and I squirted them with some Steel It, and they are so freaking durable. I can pressure wash it, scrub it. The paint does not chip, doesn't peel. Super impressed with Steel It. Now, coming around, the brackets that it's on, these are FSE, like titanium brackets. They were pretty expensive. I don't remember how much, but at the time when I purchased these, there was like no other options, or not many options, for a good low profile ditch light bracket. So those are what I went with. FSE ditch light brackets, super awesome. That's pretty much it for the exterior of the truck. I mean, there's not much done to it. I think it's the wheels and the tires that make it look more than what it is, but it's still essentially stock, I guess. Coming inside, if you know anything about the Ranger Raptors, you only get one interior design. That's it. No complaint. It is a good design. It's comfortable. Everything makes sense where it's at. The only thing I did in here was I did this Picatinny rail. I cannot remember the brand for the life of me right now, but this thing has been super kick-ass. You know, I'm able to put my mount on here where I can mount cameras. I'll put my drone controller on here often, and then of course my phone. WolfBox. This thing is kick-ass, especially since I put the cap on the back. This WolfBox rearview mirror camera has been fantastic. If you guys are interested in one, there is a link in the description as well. They are a pretty good company. And the video that this thing takes, I've actually used it in some of my videos because that front camera shoots 4K, which is awesome. As far as the inside here, these Raptors do have the auxiliary switches up here. And these auxiliary switches are pre-wired throughout the truck. Got a couple in the rear and then some under the hood. So we'll pop this hood and I'll show you one thing that I did under the hood. Thanks to my good buddy, Billy, you have this pigtail of wires here and those run to your switches. So thanks to my good buddy, Billy, he helped me out and we pre-wired everything with these Deutsch connectors. So anything that I run electronically on this truck from here on out, it's just plug and play. I will not have to worry about splicing wires, any crap like that. Just whatever I buy, I need to make sure it has a Deutsch connector, plug it in, mount it, do your thing, hit the trail. That is a quick summary of everything I've done to this truck. Seems like a lot, it's really not at all. Now I'm going to talk to you about the things I love about this truck and hate about this truck. And this will probably be pretty underwhelming, if I'm being honest, because there's not a lot that I hate about this truck at all. So I'll get into those two things first, and we'll kind of move on from there. The two things I do not like about this truck: one, tire size from the lot really sucks. This vehicle comes with 33s. I get Ford did it for a reason. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they put way more thought than anybody else into that. But sometimes you gotta just listen to the people, man. And the people want 35s. So that's one upsetting thing, you know. I wanted 35s, had to kind of jump through a lot of hoops to get them. And then the second thing I dislike about the truck, obviously, is the ride height. Lifting one of these Ranger Raptors, you will never keep your factory ride. Whether you're doing pucks, spacers, springs, it's just not gonna happen. I, as I said before, went with springs, and they have been the most comfortable in my experience. And I also did have the live valve shocks recalibrated. That helped a lot as well. But yeah, that would be my second kind of gripe with the truck, is ride height. And pretty much other than those two things, everything else about the truck I absolutely love. Out of all the vehicles I've had and driven, this truck remains number one on all scales. Daily driving, off-roading, comfort, you name it. It is such a fantastic truck. So as I've told many people before, if you're on the fence about getting a Ranger Raptor, go drive one. I guarantee you will end up getting one. I definitely feel like I just ranted way too much, but as I said, I am shooting this while I'm shooting another video, and I kind of wanted to put this out for you guys. Had a few people ask, and I have said a few times that I would put out a video just kind of covering everything I've done, everything I love and hate about the truck. The love-hate part I know is very underwhelming. You were probably wanting to know a lot more in the hate spectrum when it comes to this truck, but I have nothing for you. I love everything else. I love the ride, I love the technology, front rear lockers, the power is amazing. So with that being said, I'm about a year into owning this truck, and I've driven it for 21,000 miles. And that's kind of my take on the Ford Ranger Raptor, guys. So with that being said, go check out the channel. Look at other videos. I have a ton of videos featuring this truck in all sorts of different trails. Check out the videos and let me know if you guys have any questions. See you on the next one.